Hello, everybody. How are you today? I am, as you're coming on live, just going to double check that we have sound, and I am also going to see if I can properly share this with my private group. So bear with me for just a moment. Okay, we have sound, yay. Let's see if I click here, what I can do. Not that one, okay. I will see if I can figure that out over here. Sorry if you're coming on right away. Just bear with me for a moment. I think I'll have to do that bit later though. Okay, so let me pull up my comments again so I can see that as we go along. All right, let's get started. And welcome to this week's installment of our part 2 in a 4-part series about higher self. Welcome to Beauty Within DK. I am the DK, Deb Krajacek, and today we will be talking about higher self incarnation, physical life, and what happens when you die. We'll also talk a little bit more around connection to your higher self and sharing about your higher self with others in your physical life. So this video series is designed to help you get ready for the Broadest Truth Programme, which I will be running in May. And you need to be ready for it. So this video series will help get you ready for that. And if you are ready for the Broadest Truth in May and you have awakened through the Broadest Truth, you will be ready for the Evolve You program online that I will be running in July. So we'll also chit chat a little bit at the end about some upcoming programs and specials and ways that you can work with me if you're interested in learning more. And I keep forgetting, I'm going to pop this light on too. There we go. Yay! Okay, so all of these programs and all of the information that I'm sharing with you today, you can find links for in the description above in the post. And if you need any help finding them and you just want to reach out to me, you can, or post in the comments. I will check back later, and I am always happy to help you find that information. We'll also wrap up with a Q&A. So if you have any questions, be sure to pop them in the comments below. All right, so as you're joining the live, or if you're watching on replay, I would absolutely love to know where you're tuning in from, and if you feel that any of your friends would benefit, please share this page with them and invite them to my private group, or you join my private group if you haven't already. And a little bit about me. I am Deb Krajacek, a Believe accredited practitioner. I am a 5th Dimension Earth certified healer and an evolved change maker divine. I'm your leading edge physical guide and healer, and I'm here to help and support you as you are ready to awaken, ready to heal, ready to feel good, ready to live, and ready to evolve. Ready for true beautiful magnificence. And I say there is nothing more that the world needs right now than for you to come into your own true beautiful magnificence and share that with the world. So today, what I am sharing may be different to what you currently understand, but just allow this information to flow with you. Just feel the truth of it and let it settle. And don't worry about it. It's all good. Okay, now let's get to some meat and potatoes of today's part 2 of the 4-part series, Meet Your Higher Self. So let's chat a little bit about higher self incarnation, physical life, and what happens when you die. So you are an incarnation of your higher self and God. And I gave a little more information around this last week. Now, all of the information is my understanding from what I've learned through Fifth Dimension Earth. And it felt so true to me, and the understanding was so loving and feeling good for me that this is it, guys. So, your incarnation of you was created by your higher self and God, and I shared with you the story of the soul soup, scoop of God, scoop of your higher self, mix it all around, add a little magic and all the little bits, and there you are, your soul, and you have been incarnated in non-physical. If you want to catch up on that video, scroll down the page. I'll see if I can create a playlist, and it's definitely in guides inside my private group. So you have one physical life, but you're eternal. So you started as a non-physical soul. You incarnated here on earth into this one physical life. And when you die, you transition back to non-physical, because energy does not just disappear and go away. It can change form, but it doesn't disappear. So some of you may ask a question. Why does my higher self get to incarnate again? So we only have this one life as us. We will always be us, forever, always, for all of eternity. And our higher self, though, gets to incarnate again. Well, our higher self is still them. They will always be them, just like we are always us and ourselves. And, but the reason why they are able to incarnate another soul along with God is for expansion. So your expansion of your higher self, and its expansion of the universe, its expansion of the multiverse, and expansion of God. And there's so much depth to this. That's a whole other video series, but just trust, it's about expansion and growth and all of that goodness of raising vibration. So each carnation, literally, I have flowers on my mind. I had to pull my carnations out earlier today because they were, well, there's one left. They weren't doing too good. But each incarnation that your higher self and God creates is for a specific reason. And each specific reason brings specific expansion. So isn't that amazing to know that your soul, was created for a specific reason and for a specific expansion of you and of your higher self and of God? That's amazing. Let that sit for a moment and think about that. So when you transition, or as physical humans like to say, die, and you return to non-physical, your soul and soul energy returns to non-physical, your higher self expands. And your higher self may even ascend. And this also comes with ability to create and co-create in non-physical. And you also get this benefit of being able to create and co-create in non-physical. So whenever there is a need, what will happen is there is a new opportunity for a new incarnation. So, for instance, your higher self has gotten to a point where it's time to kind of up the game and learn more and grow more. So there's an opportunity for the need to have a new incarnation. And so a new incarnation is created with God. And as you live and grow, you always have free will. You will always have choices. So understand that you are the one influencing your higher self. And as you live this one physical life, what you're experiencing is influencing your higher self. So you're actually important if you don't already understand that. You are very important. You are truly, absolutely important in all of this. So during this one physical life that you have, you can take advantage of becoming consciously and being consciously whole. And I explained that in last week's video, but what that means is that you feel the truth of this, that you understand you have a connection to your higher self, and that she's always been with you if you're female, or he's always been with you if you're male, and that you consciously want this relationship with them. So having this amazing relationship with your higher self helps you to start exercising your abilities. So we all have gifts. We all have gifts that we are born with, and we all have gifts that can come about from expansion and growth. When you do exercise these abilities in this one physical life and live, because life is for living, you will continue to benefit. And you'll benefit even after you transition back to non-physical. So there's no point in waiting around like, oh, life, blah, it didn't turn out how I thought it would. When I die, it'll be better. No. This is it. This is it. This is an incredible time for you living a physical life to be able to explore all that this world has to offer and experience and grow. It starts now, and what benefit you gain now on this earth and how you influence yourself and those around you will carry over through all of eternity after you transition back to non-physical. So don't wait. So many of you have probably heard or have feelings around the term reincarnation. So just listen now, and if you're not sure, ask God. God has the answers for you, and He is always, always, always willing to have a conversation with you. He loves it. All right, so we're going to ask, what happens when you die? Well, and I just realized my comments have disappeared. Let me try and pull that up again in case we shall need those. All right, what happens when you die? Well, there is a book by Fifth Dimension Earth, which is absolutely amazing, and it is called The Journey of the Soul. And I put the link up in the post if you are interested in reading it. If you need help with understanding, I'm here for you. And so this information is coming from there as well. So your soul, when you die, will leave your physical body and will reemerge into non-physical. And you continue your non-physical life. So you will definitely maintain your identity. So Deb, me, when I transition, will still be Deb, and I will still be known by things I have done to influence and good and this and that and all of that. Well, I maintain my identity just as you will, and you're going to be vibrating at a different frequency than physical. So the frequencies in the ethereal realms are a lot higher because it is all love-based. Love, not fear. And anything that's love-based vibrates higher than anything fear-based. So you transition, you're still you still identify as you, but now you've lost any physical ailments. So maybe you were sick in this life. Maybe you had some sort of disability. Maybe you had who knows what. But all of that all falls away. It's all gone because you are vibrating with love. And you can only generate love-labeled emotions once you transition. So there are times when you may agitate, but you cannot generate fear-labeled emotions. So there's nothing to worry there. There's a lot more around that whole concept, but we're not going to get into that today on this live. You will also have the potential to reconnect with those who remain in physical life that you want to remain connected with. Now, it takes two to tango, so to speak. So you may be trying to connect with somebody that you love that is still physical, and they may not be ready yet, and that's okay. But through their growth and expansion, and when they're ready, you will be able to connect with them. All right, so let's chit chat a little bit more around connection to your higher self. Well, you're always connected to your higher self, and your higher self is always guiding you. Once you become consciously whole, this is so much easier to recognize the guidance and the connection. But even if you're not quite there yet, it's still happening behind the scenes. So that might be the feeling of intuition or something like that, that's coming through, those gut feelings. That's your higher self guiding you. So you'll want to allow the conscious knowing of this, and you allow access to all that is through allowing this conscious knowing. So if you've ever been that person who's like, oh, I wish I just always knew the right thing to do or the right thing to say at any moment, this is how you get there. This is the starting point, is allowing yourself to be consciously connected with your higher self. And then you have access to all that is. All that is. This is better than the internet, you guys. So, because it's coming from God and from all of these amazing guides that are there to help you. Okay, so because of having that relationship, this will help you tap into information and guidance that will help with your family, will help with your relationships, your projects. It just helps with everything, because you'll say, I wonder what to do next. And you can follow the nudges and the guidance from your higher self and know what direction to turn. Now, you always have free will. So you can say, no, I don't want to follow that guidance, and go do your own thing. That's okay. But you may find that, going your own way may be more difficult, and that's okay. You get growth and expansion from that. But you may also find that it may be a little more difficult than you thought it would be. And I'll give you a great example. So I like to test things out, and I like to play as I am on my journey. And apologies, apparently my lawn service just showed up to mow my lawn during this live, and he is right outside my window. So I'll speak loudly for you. So the last time that I didn't follow what my inner guidance of my higher self was sharing with me, I ended up having a traffic accident. So I would always have my GPS on, because where I was driving to would have a lot of traffic, and if there was an accident up the road or something happening up the road, I could be guided by my GPS around it and know ahead of time before I'd get stuck in a spot where you just couldn't get off the highway and have alternate routes. So one day, though, the GPS says go to the next highway exit, and my higher self says get off here at this exit. And I was like, I'm not doing that. And within a couple minutes, that was it. Fender bender. That was the last time that I did not listen to my higher self guidance. And everything's worked out really, really well since. Okay, so when you have this conscious connection with your higher self, it also helps you tune to your higher self's energy. And then you can receive your higher self And not only that, as you tune more and more, you can receive your higher self faster and easier. You can allow this connection so that it sets you free to connect to love, to connect to your purpose. And there are tuning exercises in the free Higher Self program by Fifth Dimension Earth. I put the link up, and I can help you with these tuning exercises as well. Believe me, I have been through my journey. I have been where you are if you are just starting, or even if you're more advanced and you want to utilize this for even greater connection for whatever your purpose is. And it is so helpful to have the information and to be able to do it on your own, but it's also helpful to have somebody who has been through before you to help hold your hand and support you along the way. So, why would you want to be consciously connected to your higher self? Hang on. Well, when you're consciously connected to your higher self, you can experience unconditional love. You can experience what it's like to be connected to a guide or an angel and tap into that guidance. You can understand the truth about God. And what I'm saying here is the truth about God is between you and God. No middleman. There have been things that happen in a physical human's experience where other humans may say something about God and believe it to be true, but unless you have that conscious connection with your higher self to really understand God, well, you don't know for sure what the truth is. You can, having the conscious connection with your higher self, experience being uplifted. You will feel good because your higher self is always looking out for you and always has your best interest in mind. You will be able to choose love over fear more easily because you have that support. And you will feel like you have a greater purpose than what you are doing now, and you'll want to get to it. You'll feel like you have more meaning in your life and a more meaningful life, and your soul will begin to align to all that you are. Now, when I'm saying all that you are, I mean you as you were created, pure, unadulterated you, the you-iest you of you. So when God's scoop and your higher self scoop mixed together with all the different sprinkles of magic and what have you that made you up, that's pure you. And that is always available to you to access and to live in that feeling and that vibration of pure, unadulterated you connected with your higher self and God. And when you align to that, your physical life gets really, really freaking amazing and wondrous. Okay, so what can your higher self do for you? Well, your higher self can help you let go of the past, and this is done through the Believe Releasing process, which, as I mentioned before, I'm a Believe accredited practitioner, and that is not to be taken lightly. There was a lot that goes into that to be able to become a Believe accredited practitioner and to help other physical humans through the Believe Releasing process. Your higher self can help you to connect to nature. Your higher self can help you feel better, feel ease, feel inspiration. Your higher self can help you manifest. And I think a lot of us are really wanting to manifest, no matter if it's physical things or emotional things or just feeling good or being healthy. Your higher self can help you with that. Your higher self can help you align to all of your possibilities. Your higher self can help you with solutions to problems. And your higher self can just be with you. She can just sit with you because you're never alone. Now, don't get me wrong, your higher self is not prying into any private thoughts or anything like that. It doesn't work that way. But you're never alone. It's like having your best friend who is always there for you on your side with you all the time and giving you like A+ stellar, like the most amazing guidance ever that is not wrong, ever. Your higher self can help teach you, about your uniqueness, about your abilities, about how special you are to them. Your higher self can help you with new perspectives. Your higher self can even help you with lost items, like your car keys or a book you misplaced. But your higher self, even more, can help you reach hope and freedom. Your higher self can help you find out who you truly are. And I mean, quite honestly, your higher self can help you do just about anything. All you have to do is ask. Just ask. No question is silly. No help is silly. It's all there for you. Your higher self is devoted to you and her focus is on you. So just ask. Okay, so some of you might feel really comfortable with this and expressing it and sharing it with others. But some of you may be in a situation where your friends and family aren't open to any of this yet. They're not ready, and that's okay. So how do you share about this? I know for me personally, it was important to want other people to understand this, because I could see the benefit in me and how it helped me. And I wanted that for them. Now, if they're not ready, they're not ready. But you may be ready to do some sharing. How do you do that? Well, like I said, not everyone is ready to understand, but you are, right? And it's not your job to make people ready to understand, but it is their responsibility to change if they want to. So once you've started to feel and understand your higher self connection, you also may not feel any need to have people understand it. Like, you don't need to convince them of what you know and understand. There are plenty of other physical humans who understand or are ready to understand. You will find a lot of them in my private group, Beauty Within DK community group. You will find them in other groups that I am attached to that are linked to Fifth Dimension Earth. Just ask. If you are needing community, please reach out to me and I can point you in the right direction. Both of my private group and the 5DE Living group, which is a larger community of Fifth Dimension Earth, they're both based on God's principles. That's it, God's principles. And there's no need to worry about connecting to your higher self being viewed as strange. It's normal, it's natural. And some physical humans have lost sight of that, but non-physical sees it as strange not to want to connect to all that the multiverse has to offer you. So before you came to Earth and incarnated on Earth as a physical human, you knew that you wanted to connect consciously with your higher self and your guides and God and all that is. But, we forget. We forget. And as we get older and are influenced by other physical humans, some of us forget in different ways than others. And some of us take longer to start to act on the feeling of that stirring of wanting to know more and connect. We all have it. We all can feel that calling if we just allow it. And the earlier that we're able to allow it and embrace it, the better it is. The better it gets, the better it gets. So, where are we at? Okay, so listen, if it feels true and good to connect, don't let anyone else stop you from what feels good and true to you. If not connecting feels good and true to someone else, let them be. That's where they're at right now. Okay, but let's be honest. Connecting to your higher self might seem like a big task, but it's actually really pretty easy. And it's the first step in your own journey to true, beautiful magnificence, which I kind of specialize in. All right. When you connect to your higher self, you'll connect to wonder, you'll connect to growth, you'll be able to connect to letting go of the past and fear-based experiences. You'll be able to connect to living, to creation, to change. And connection is absolutely what we as humans desire. All right, so as I mentioned, there's also tuning exercises in the free Higher Self program. And I'm always happy to help direct you. There is the link above in the post to the program, or you can reach out to me and I can help you with the program personally. All right, so we're going to wrap up. Let me check on any Q&A, and if you have other questions, even if you're watching on replay, please pop them in the comments below. I will definitely check back. I am not seeing any questions just now. All right, I will definitely check back later. And I mentioned earlier that there are some upcoming programs, ways to work with me, a special for the month. And you know, I did mention too, this video series is designed to help you get ready for the Broadest Truth Programme in May, which is needed to be ready for the Evolve You online program in July. You'll hear more and more about Evolve You later in the summer. We're going to focus on the first steps now, which is consciously connecting to your higher self and getting awakened, spiritually awakened through the Broadest Truth Program. All right, you can find these links above in the comments, in the post, and a link to the free Higher Self program up there too. My special for the rest of this month, well, Meet Your Higher Self session with me is at a special discounted rate for the rest of April. But if you decide to enroll in the Broadest Truth Program before April 17th, or we'll say by April 17th, so the 17th will be included, what day is that? Today's the 14th. So Easter, I guess. Sunday. If you are enrolled in the Broadest Truth Program by April 17th, you will receive the Meet Your Higher Self session with me absolutely free. That will be my free gift to you because it is that important for physical humans to be connected to their higher self. All right. If there is anything that you have questions on that you don't feel comfortable posting in the comments, please DM me. Just let me know you have a question you don't feel comfortable posting and ask away, and I will help you with that. If you're not sure which step is right for you right now, we can also have you book a free call with me, a free discovery call. We can discover together. The link is also in the post above. And one more quick check of any other comments or questions. Nothing there. But I do want to thank you all for joining me today, whether you were live or replay. And remember, it is time to transform the next segment of your journey towards your own true, beautiful magnificence. So let's manifest true, beautiful magnificence together. I will see you next week for part 3 of Meet Your Higher Self series. And I am sending you so much love. Bye, everybody.